Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. If you don't know, I'm SeeJayAre, and I'm kind of known for my epic game room, or at least I was known for my epic game room until I lost that game room. Went through a divorce and was forced to sell the house that contained that game room. It was not my mom's basement, despite what people have said for years. I have since moved into a new place, and I've recently shown off this second game room slash office. You can find the card here, I believe, or maybe here. You'll find the video up here or here. But in this episode, I wanted to kick off the first in a series of building a game room. So building my next game room. So as you guys know, I had a massive game room of 6,700 plus games, couple like 100 something consoles, and bubble hockey, pinball, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, so some of that has stayed, some of that has been sold off. But yeah, now the time has come to build out another game room. Now this is a series that I've done previously on my channel. When I built the previous game room 14 years ago, I think it was, I was basically starting from scratch, and that's where I am now. So I will take you downstairs into the space that will soon become this epic game room 2.0. And kind of walk you through some of the ideas and give you an idea of the space. It's another massive space. It could potentially be bigger than the previous space. I think it will be a better layout. So I think there's some much cooler things I can do. Yeah, I also, you know, it kind of made me think back of like my original game room, which was just contained in a spare bedroom, and how amazing that was. And it just kind of made me realize, you know, it's not the size of the game room or how many games you have. It's kind of the feeling and the atmosphere that you create in that game room. So I'm super excited to get started with this. Now, a buddy of mine from high school is actually finishing the basement. That's going to start in a couple weeks, and we'll probably go throughout the summer. So we'll kind of check in with him, talk about some plans, talk about some stuff that may be changed, stuff we might add throughout the process. Yeah, and I think it's gonna be a pretty fun series to do. You guys can kind of build this game room with me, and feel free to give me any input, any ideas you may have. So without further ado, let's head downstairs to the game room. Okay, so we're now leaving the office, heading down in the hallway where we'll see Mariana in the kitchen. A couple of the cats. That's Archie. That's Simona. I'm going to guess that Kevin's in his regular spot. He is up there. I don't know how well you can see him. But the entrance to the game room is here. So we're going to head downstairs. All right, a pretty treacherous staircase here. The lighting's not going to be the best down here, to be honest. It's still light outside, but it's not bad. There's going to be some areas that are dark. So starting off here, you kind of got this carved out area, you know, above the staircase, like before you come up the stairs. So definitely potentially something interesting here for sure. Maybe the man cave sign, some other signs, stuff coming up the stairs here, maybe a shelf or two. Yeah, there's definitely potential for something interesting here. So, as always, as you guys know, the best thing to do in these situations is give a nice overview of the space. So here it is. You can see it's quite large. This basement, you know, many things sold this house for me, but this basement was definitely one of them. Number one, you can see the mess of shelving, arcade machines, boxes, video games. I'm gonna have to find a place to put all this while they finish the basement, which is gonna be interesting. But it goes way back. And then it kind of comes up here. We got a good amount of space before the steps start. And then we've got this whole area back here, which is I think where we're gonna start this. I'm gonna give you guys an idea of my ideas. Why isn't this light on? Oh, I bet you they hit that. I bet you they broke this bulb. This, maybe it's out. You would think that I probably should have done that before starting this video, but next time I promise. Okay, so I'm gonna get back in the corner here. You can see this space. I think it's picking up on camera, okay. It's large. This is a big space. Like this is big enough for a game room on its own. So what I'm gonna do here, this is the wall backing onto the steps, okay? I'm gonna extend that wall to incorporate this beam, which I can't do anything about. The wall is gonna extend out here. And then this is gonna be my main TV area on this wall. It'll be wired for all the current gen consoles, wired internet, and at some point I will be getting a 100-inch TV. I almost pulled the trigger on one, but I really don't have money for that. So I talked myself out of it, thank God. All the money is gonna have to go into this basement to finish it. It's not cheap. So yeah, at some point there'll be a wall there with a 100-inch TV. My couch, main couch will be along this wall here. And then we're gonna have a good amount of space over here, which I'm not quite sure what to do with yet. It might end up being a perfect size space for these furniture units here and my two 36-inch tube TVs, possibly against that wall, like kind of a play area for the retro video game section. I'm really gonna compartmentalize. I'm gonna be able to compartmentalize down here well, right? So I'm gonna have a kind of general movie and current gen video game spot right here, something over there. I want to have an area for my retro games, which potentially could come all the way around in this corner. I'd like to have a section dedicated to 80s and 90s toys. I have a pretty good collection and I haven't always been able to display all of that. So that may kind of spread over that way. I would like to do, I've been talking about doing that 90s room for years. So it might turn into like a 90s corner, maybe even here. That's a cold room there, which will be good for storage, one of two storage areas. But I'm thinking a 90s corner, like wood paneling, ugly old couch, console TV, you know, all period, all pieces from that era. That's what I'm trying to say. Over here, I'm thinking at somewhere here along this wall, we've got guys, it's massive. You can see it goes way back there still. This will be kind of records. I haven't determined whether I'm going to take my records down from upstairs, but I think this will be kind of the record area. So the 90s corner may flow right into the record area, which would probably work pretty well. I'm going to come back here. This is where Andrew does the PC gaming right now, and I think this is probably where this is going to stay. This is my big standing desk that goes up and down, gaming PC. So what's going to happen here is there's going to be a wall covering this most likely, and then a wall will come across here and incorporate that beam. So this will be covered, all this stuff. There's a rough-in for a bathroom, which I may or may not get to this time. But there'll be a wall across here and then over. So I think it'd be a perfect spot for the gaming PC area. So there will be a wall here, and that wall will continue right down to that beam. All this in here will be storage, eventually a bathroom. And then the wall will go to here. The wall will then go over there to the end of the wall. There'll be a door here. And then this will be another bedroom. So we're adding a fourth bedroom to this place. Teddy's room is really small. It's more of like an office or, I don't know, baby bedroom. But this will be where Andrew lives. He's a teenager now, but so being in the basement's gonna be nice for him. So good sized room there. Door here. This will be walled off walled off down here. And then we still got plenty of room over here for, I don't even know. You know, maybe this is where the game room kind of ends, and maybe we put like a, I don't know, some weight benches or something like that. There's just so much space down here. I think it's safe to say that this is a bigger, it's definitely bigger than the previous game room. I don't know what I was thinking. It definitely is. It's pretty huge. So yeah, here's a lot of my stuff. A lot of the games, collectibles, all that kind of stuff. You can see the Dreamcast kiosk, that will go nowhere. All my shelving, there's those big 36-inch tube TVs that I was very close to abandoning a few things. They were a nightmare to move down these stairs and even to get out of the previous house. So, yeah, I mean, it's an exciting space. It's just going to be laminate floor down here, drop ceilings, some basic walls, nothing too fancy. But man, when this space is done, like, it's massive. It's a very big space. You know, we've got a couple windows there, which actually really helps with some light down here. Yeah, so let me go through the zones again. I have the main TV, couch, movie, watching, current gen gaming, big, massive TV area. We've got that little space beside, you know, maybe that's where some arcades go or something like that. You know, we've got obviously the retro gaming space, which is going to take up a huge chunk. I want to fit in maybe a 90s corner, an area dedicated to collectibles and 80s and 90s toys. I need a section to hold all my Blu-rays. I've got 800 Blu-rays now, so a couple shelves for that. And then potentially a dedicated kind of area for my music and records. That may come down from my office, which I don't know about yet because I kind of like that setup. So yeah, this is, you know, what is this? 1/3 of my stuff. All of the other stuff is in storage, which I'll insert a clip here. It's been in storage for some time. That's where all the stuff that I'm keeping is. All the games that I've set aside to keep are over there right now. This was kind of just the stuff that was all left over in the game room. When I left, I had to kind of pack it all up and just throw it down here for now. So yeah, that's it. That's the space we have to work with. I don't know how well it's coming across on camera, but I'll give kind of one pan back from the back corner here. That mattress is up against the wall. I don't even know how many. This is probably, I don't know, from here to here is probably a good 18 feet. 15 to 18 feet. This is a good 30 feet at least, maybe 35 feet. And then this run from this wall to this wall, I mean, I don't know, 60 feet. So it's a good size, that's for sure. Guys, let me know in the comments below what you think of the space, any ideas you may have. Let me know if my ideas suck. Yeah, anyways, hope you enjoyed this first episode of building a game room. Please do me a favor. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so, and hit that bell notification. We are on our way to 100,000 subscribers. And for the first time in this channel's history, I'm actually making a push and asking you guys to help out and hit that like button and stuff like that. It's making a big difference right now. My videos are finally getting out to all the people who haven't seen them for so long. Well, that's mainly because they weren't being put out, but at least they're coming back into people's feeds, so, as I'm hearing at least. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and till the next episode.